Today we're talking about how to create a daily routine that works for you. Have you ever thought about how really successful people have such a great day? It's probably because they have a morning routine. In fact, I guarantee you they have something like that set up, either a morning routine or their daily routine. We're going to talk about some ways you can do this for yourself. Here we go. Let's talk about the power of routine. Having a routine that really works for you is something you can count on. It's a promise to yourself that every day you're going to do, and it's really a great way to build your own confidence. It sets your day off in the right way, and there are ways to build a daily routine that's through the entire day, or even just focusing on the morning. There are some books I'd love to suggest that you check out. One is called Atomic Habits by James Clear. This book might be one of the best books I've ever seen in my life about how to get rid of a bad habit and create a new one. And so if you're stuck in a routine where you're like, I don't know if this is working for me. I wake up and I check my phone and I'm tired on my way to work and I hate my life. Okay, that's okay. That's why you're watching this video. We're gonna create a new routine. Go check out Atomic Habits by James Clear. The other one is called Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. Miracle Morning is really cool, although it's somewhat difficult for somebody who hasn't gotten used to waking up early. It is recommended to wake up earlier than most people, so take that as a precaution. But I can tell you, when I have put this into practice, because I go to bed early enough, I'll tell you there's nothing better than waking up earlier than everybody else and having your miracle morning. So I hope that you'll check out that book as well. Let's talk about some of the ways that routines can be helpful, and in fact, maybe I should just share a little bit of my routine for you today. First of all, let's talk about the night before. Sleep. Hey, Netflix is a problem. I get it. If you have kids, I get it. We have all kinds of challenges to getting to sleep early. But if you can make a promise to yourself to at least get into bed and turn the electronics off, maybe you can just sit and read, maybe have some soft music playing, not have the TV on. That's a really powerful way to start your daily routine, which begins the next morning. For me, my nightly routine establishes how my daily routine will go. And so consider how much sleep you're getting, how much time you're really devoting to that most important part of life. I think a lot of us are forgetting that sleep is really the essence of everything. And unfortunately, we're not sleeping as much and as well as we should. So what I like to do is I actually take melatonin. That helps me just get into this place for myself that helps me go to sleep, because I naturally have insomnia. My brain is always going, no matter how much I did that day. And so I always take a little melatonin, which is a natural supplement. It just helps you go to sleep. Then I do my best to stay asleep, if I can. What does that mean? I have white noise going in one room that comes into my room. I have a fan above me so that the air is circulating. I have just enough covers, and I have the right clothing when I sleep. All of this matters. I might even put an eye mask on if it's a bright place where I'm at, like maybe I'm in a hotel, or I'll even put earplugs in. Yeah, all of these things make a difference to good sleep. That's become a daily routine for me. What's yours like? If you want to put it in the comments, I'd love to know how you get to sleep and stay asleep. What works for you? I know some people like to listen to Matthew McConaughey talk until they fall asleep. Well, that's a good one, right? Now the next morning you wake up. What time do you wake up? If you set an alarm and you snooze button that thing, that's a first broken promise of the day. So promise yourself when you set the alarm, you're gonna wake up. That's the first part of a daily routine going really well. When you set that alarm and then you jump up. Hopefully you have a routine where it's not like you're just jumping on social media right away or looking at the news. It's really a good thing for myself to have gotten out of that bad habit and instead replaced it with taking a nice drink of water. I like to go to the restroom. That's a very good thing. I get up and I get dressed. Now, I don't just get dressed in anything. I get dressed in what I'm about to go do. So if I'm going to go pretty quickly into my meetings, I'm getting fully dressed. I take showers. I forgot I take my shower the night before. So what I do is I clean my hair off in the sink and I get it all ready. I would recommend not wearing a hat. That might sound weird, but I talked to an image specialist years ago, and he said, lazy people wear hats because they don't do their hair. And I thought, that's an interesting one. So I've adopted that. Yeah, there's a day for a hat for sure. But on a normal day of work, I'm doing my hair, getting my clothes on. This is part of my daily routine. There are other days that I'll wake up and instead of jumping right into the clothes, I go jump into the ice bath. Ice bath is terrifying and wonderful. That's a great part of a morning routine. And then I'll put on my gym clothes and I'll go to the gym. So I do vary my daily routine depending on my meeting schedule. But I'm just giving you some examples as to how my daily routine has set me up for success. I hope some of these have been helpful for you. And if you want, put in your comments what daily routine has worked for you as well. Maybe I've missed a few things that you're like, why don't you do this? I could share this as well. I do like to journal. I do like to read. I do like to check my text just in case there's an emergency. But I really do my best to set out a chunk of time to give myself a chance to relax, to get ready for the day, to get primed and set, and then I can turn on that camera, that Zoom call that's waiting for me for my next meeting, and then I'm ready to go with a good daily routine. Here's some more tips. A lot of people like to work as much as possible and they never stop. That's a bad idea. Lots of studies and research goes into saying, hey, we should probably take a break. I like to block my day into 90-minute blocks. Now this allows me to just work really hard for those 90 minutes and then I actually stand up, I walk out of my house, no matter the weather, and I just let the sun and the weather hit me. It feels great. It's a nice break from being trapped in the office. Well, how about yourself? I hope that you have been implementing things like this, and if you haven't, that's why you're watching. It's so important to have those little mini breaks, and it's really helpful to our psyche and our emotion. I also have a keyboard or piano set right next to my computer. So there are times that after I've gone out and taken my little mini break, I will come in and I'll play the keyboard. I'll play the music that makes me happy, and I'll do that for 5 minutes. That just puts me into a state of gratitude, of energy, of flow in order to get back into my work, and then I'm ready to go. Part of my daily routine is intermittent fasting. Yeah, at the time of this recording, at the time of day, it is the morning time right now. I have not eaten for quite a while, even into last night. I love intermittent fasting. It's not for everybody, but I enjoy it. I'll eat a little bit later today and I'll feel great. And that's become helpful for me. If I take something in the morning, my day's a little bit off. I also supplement with vitamins and nutrients that really help my body. For example, I like to take something that I call Cardio Miracle. Cardio Miracle is powerful for your body. It creates nitric oxide within you. Nitric oxide is a spark of life. So I hope you'll check that out. There's all kinds of things that you can do to help your own health through what you supplement, how you eat, when you eat, and make sure that you eat clean. I do all I can to avoid sugar. And that's how I can stay as healthy and within this nice daily routine that I've outlined for myself. Generally, of recent, I've been going to the gym later in the night than early. For years, I was waking up early and hitting the gym right away, and that was a good routine. Eventually, I needed to start doing that at night instead. What's fun about our daily routine as a family is my sons will come to the gym with me. That's a really wonderful experience that we all get to go and work out together. It's become a part of our family culture. When we get home, we do our best to wind down. We take our supplements, we take our protein shakes, and then we get going to bed. Well, the thing that's cool about it is that then we can get to bed earlier. We're tired from the workout. We feel good. We take our shower, we go to bed. When you think about your daily routine, you can change it up depending on what's working, what's not. Write down what's working for yourself and start to establish that which is really the best for you. The best way to establish what's best for you is to assess your goals and your needs, the plans for your life. Say you want to lose some weight, say you want to just feel some more energy. There are ways to lose weight and feel more energy depending upon that daily routine. So as you start to put something in place, a great plan for yourself, the next thing you know, as you write down your goals and you write down your plans, then create your promises for yourself. Both of these promises help me to realize I gotta get the workout in and I need to do whatever I can to spread joy wherever I go. So if I get a hard call from somebody about something that's a problem, can I still spread joy? If I have a real long travel day, can I still get that sweat in? Maybe I'm doing push-ups and sit-ups in a hotel room or running through an airport instead of walking. Whatever I have to do, I'm getting that sweat in, but that's part of my daily promise. One of my favorite things to do is an evening reflection. And so if the TV's on, I'll turn that off, I'll turn off the cell and put it away. But I do like to write in my journal about reflecting on the day. how it went. I don't do this every day, and if I did, it would be better for me, but this is something I really strive to do. When I write down what's gone on throughout that day, I feel more gratitude, feel happier about myself, and I feel more confident because I kept the promises I made to myself. When we reflect on the day, then we can see what we needed to do for the next day, and we can establish for ourselves a new promise and say, I am going to get up in the morning. I'm going to do the daily routine I've set for myself. Those are part of my needs, my goals, my dreams, my promises. And then we reflect on it, we write it down, and we commit to doing it. Implementing and refining your routine, that's really the trick about all of this. You're going to try different ways to wake up earlier, or maybe it's eating differently, whether it's reading more or looking at your phone less. You choose what your daily routine is going to be. I'd recommend that you write it out. I recommend that you consistently look it over and make sure that you're doing your best. But here's the thing. Start in small increments. One win at a time. Don't try to change everything all at once right now. You'll probably only be able to keep that up for a couple of days. Instead, make one small change. Maybe it's just, I'm not going to hit the snooze button tomorrow. Maybe it's just, I'm not going to have social media on my phone anymore. And I'm going to load it only when I'm ready to post something, and then I'll delete it. I know for me, some of these habits, some of these changes have made a huge difference in my life, have allowed me to have a better daily routine. And I hope that they've been helpful for you. If it has been, I hope that you'll subscribe to this channel. I would love if you'd be one of my subscribers, because we like to post a lot of videos here that are helpful to your life, helpful to your career. As well, I would be thrilled if you'd comment on this video as to some of the ways you're going to commit and make a new promise to your daily routine. Thanks for joining me.